guys, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Lois and this is my channel. If you haven't already done so, I would really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button. Alright, so in today's video, we're going to do something a little different. We're not doing a review, we're not doing a unboxing or a comparison or a mom tip. Instead, we're going to talk about what it means to be a brand ambassador. We're going to talk about my experiences, my mistakes, lessons I've learned, and tips I have for those interested in becoming a brand ambassador, a social media influencer, or a product affiliate. I frequently get emails, DMs, private messages from people asking three of the same questions. Number one, what is a brand ambassador and what do we do? What are the expectations? Number two, are we compensated for what we do? And number three, how did I get started? Or what advice do I have for somebody else wanting to get started? Let's start with the disclaimer. I am not, nor am I claiming to be, a subject matter expert in being a product affiliate or a promoter or a brand ambassador or an influencer. I am not an expert. I have only been doing this for a few years, but there are some valuable lessons that I have learned either through networking with other brand ambassadors or through doing extensive research online. I've also learned a lot of lessons the hard way through a lot of expense or through unnecessary work. So hopefully this information helps you. So let's start with question number one. What is a brand ambassador? I wish that there was a cookie cutter answer to stamp on every question that comes my way, and the truth of the matter is there isn't. An overall or a blanket statement for that question would be that a brand ambassador is somebody that provides social media content, product reviews and feedback, and marketing or promotion services for a product or a brand. Now, what that looks like is going to vary from company to company and brand to brand. Even products within the same company can have varying requirements. It depends what's in the contract. Question number two, are we compensated for what we do? Yes, we are. I personally don't know of any brand ambassadors that do this job for free. It is very time consuming. But let's talk about the compensation. Some companies will compensate you with free products. Some companies will compensate you based off of a percentage of sales that is done with your brand ambassador discount code. Other companies will compensate you based off of the amount of transactions that is placed with your affiliate link. So honestly, it depends. It honestly depends. Yes, we are compensated, but whether that is through free products or actual monetary value, it varies. Can we make a very successful living doing just this? Possibly. If you are out there representing dozens of brands and you have affiliate links through Amazon and Target, and your YouTube is monetized, your Facebook is monetized, your Instagram is monetized, and you get paid advertising, then absolutely you can make a darn good living doing this. Question number three, how did I get started and how does somebody else get started? My biggest tip for this is do not overthink it. It is way less complicated than you think. Chances are that whatever product or brand you are interested in already has an affiliate or a brand ambassador program. You will find the information on their website, and oftentimes it's listed under their frequently asked questions section. So go to their website, reach out to them on social media, and see what they have to say. Tips I have for people wanting to become brand ambassadors is number one, reach out to the company, look on their website, see what their brand ambassador program is, fill out the application. Now, if they do not have anything listed on their website, shoot them an email or send them a DM chances are that they will either A, just give you a blanket response, or B, they're going to send you an application link. Interesting tidbit for you. When I started down this road 3 years ago, I found that companies were looking for influencers or brand ambassadors that had a social media presence of 10,000 or more followers. They were also looking for Instagram pages that had very professional photos. Now, in the last year especially, I have noticed an interesting trend where companies are turning more towards more organic brand ambassadors. And what I mean by that is companies are looking for promotions and social media content that has an organic feel to it and not the staged, set up, planned kind of content. What I've also noticed is that even though your social media presence and follower base is important, companies tend to be more interested in how broad your social media presence is. So are you just on Instagram, or are you on Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok? Do you have a blog? All of those factors play into a determination of whether or not you are going to be a good match for that company. Now, doing all of that is very time consuming, and that is why being a brand ambassador or an influencer is not for everybody. It is not a get rich real quick scheme. This is going to take time. Second tip I have is network. Network as much as possible with other brand ambassadors and influencers within the industry. What I have found is that you can find somebody within the industry or within the product range that you are interested in. Definitely try and do some sort of a network with them, because it is going to benefit both of you. You can do collaborations, which will bring you twice as many views on your videos or your links or your posts. You can do fun giveaways. You can brainstorm on ideas together. All right, so moving on. Another tip that I would have for anybody starting on this is, before you start, make sure you find your niche. And what I mean by that is, whatever product you're interested in, make sure it fits in the area or the broad umbrella scope of what it is you want to focus on. So if you are a mom and your demographic area is going to be other moms, it's going to be in your benefit to reach out to companies or products that is baby gear or family health or family lifestyle or maybe home decor or school curriculum or early childhood development. Those are going to be within your target area. You want to stay within the general area of products that your demographic is going to want to see. So once you identify your niche, start branding yourself. Start making a recognizable social media name, a handle, whatever you want to call it, that you can then use across all of your platforms. Whether it is YouTube or Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, whatever. Make sure you get a recognizable name that is branded to you. If you have a fancy graphic that you want to use with that, fantastic. It's not necessary. People like seeing faces. They like recognizing people's faces with their logos, but if you want to do a graphic, that's fine. But before you start bringing on brands and products, get your branding done. Also, do not start from scratch. When I first became a Keenz brand ambassador, I decided to start a whole separate page, Instagram page, strictly for my product promotions and my brand ambassador role. And I wish I hadn't done that, because my close circle of friends and family that I had was already on my Instagram page, and I had a pretty generous following on there. But because I started from scratch on a whole new Instagram page, it took me a while to get my follower base back up and to get all the algorithms associated with social media to work in my benefit. If you're going to have a social media name that is directly linked to a product, it is going to be very hard for other companies to reach out to you to present you with opportunities or for you to get accepted into other opportunities. So if you are identifying yourself on social media as mom ABCD and company XYZ wants to work with you, but see your social media handle being strictly focused on that, you're losing out on opportunities. So make sure your social media name is broad enough but recognizable enough for the demographic that you're trying to reach. All right, now let's talk gear. Is it necessary to get all of the fancy ring lights and cameras and backdrops and computers and editing software and all that stuff when you start? No. No, it is not. Honestly, all you need to get started as a brand ambassador is some sort of a device with a camera on it, whether it is your phone or a digital camera, that will work. And then you're going to need some sort of a tablet or a laptop to do your editing and your posts on. That is it. Now let's talk about some of the confusing stuff, because sometimes on Instagram, we will get these comments on our posts that say, "Hey, beautiful, we want to work with you. Click on this link to be a brand ambassador." And then we click on it because we feel validated that all of the hard work that we've been doing is being recognized by other companies, and something we did caught their eye, and they are inviting us into this wonderful world of products that they have, right? We've all been there. What I want to caution you on is a lot of those companies offer you a 20 to 50% discount to buy their product, which most of the time it is a small little item, but then in return they ask for like 4 or 5 Instagram stories and 4 or 5 Instagram posts. They ask for social media content, which is a valid request. However, the amount of effort they are requesting for a $40 product is unreasonable. Don't do that. Do not fall down that rabbit hole. However, a caveat to that is those are good learning opportunities for you. So if you get an invitation to one of those and it is under $40, give it a try, because number one, it's going to give you a feel for the expectation that companies have. Number two, it's going to get you comfortable with the camera. It's going to get you comfortable with some of the verbiage and the hashtags to use. And number three, it's going to give you some exposure. But don't get stuck there, because there are better opportunities out there in the world. Those little companies that are reaching out to you are just really small fish in a really big pond. So reach out to the companies that you want to work with and be persistent, be professional, be polite, and promote yourself, because who knows? You could probably end up promoting a dream product that you've always wanted to work with, and it will be so fun. Okay, so let's talk about the benefits and the negatives about being a brand ambassador. A benefit: you work on your time schedule. You can carve out your own time to get things done. Now, on the flip side of that is it is time consuming. So you have to be really good at truly carving out that time to get your content planned and videotaped or edited and posted. Another positive: it is so fun. It is seriously such a fun job. We get to play with products, we get to experience products. Sometimes we get products that nobody else has seen yet, and we get to test them for the first time, which is amazing. On the flip side of that, sometimes we get products that we just don't like, and we may have more overwhelming negative things to say about the product than positive. Positive: the compensation. We all love getting paid for what we do, right? It's fun. We are worth it. On the flip side, the compensation is not steady. It is not a paycheck that you can expect every 2 weeks, every month, whatever. It is compensation that is strictly paid based off of your sales or free products that you get. And if you want to turn around and sell it, you can. But it's really hard to budget and plan around your payments. Sometimes payments will be really good and you can bring home a couple of $100s a week. Sometimes payments are not so good and you bring home $100 a month. It just depends. As the economy goes up and down, so will your sales. Positive, people. I am such a social person. I love working with people. I love connecting and communicating with people. And for me, being a brand ambassador has opened up so many opportunities, and I have met such amazing people, both other brand ambassadors, but then general consumer people who have become really good friends and acquaintances of mine. On the flip side, people. We cannot control what people say or do or how they are going to react to the information we put out on social media. And chances are that you will get some negative feedback. And there's nothing you can do about it. And it's okay. I have had to learn to ignore some of the uncalled for, unprofessional, rude, and manipulative comments that pop up from time to time. It is part of the brand ambassador world. So I hope you guys found this information helpful. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments box below. I would love to chat and answer some of those questions or give clarification where needed. Thanks for watching.